Hello everybody, it is me, Super Godzilla Final Wars here, and today, I think it's time that I talk about something. Something that I wanted to talk about for quite some time. And this happened after, I kind of want to talk about it after I saw Rwby Volume 9 Episode 6. And now seeing a lot of freaking videos on YouTube, and I think it's time that I talk about this. That being, Bumblebee needs to stop. That's right, I said it. We're talking about, in my opinion, the worst ship that I've ever seen in Rwby. In my opinion, Rwby is possibly the worst ship. It's not because it's a gay relationship. It's because it ruins a lot of good moments for Rwby, the Blake and Yang as good characters, San being a good character, having a lot of good character development. And I just feel like Bumblebee is ruining Rwby. It's literally ruining Rwby. Not just for most Blake and San shippers, but for Yang X Jean. I'm just going to say that. Because, honestly, in my opinion, Bumblebee is possibly the worst ship. The reason why I say this is because, again, it ruins a lot of good moments for Yang and Blake. Which is why I despise this ship. I don't like it. I don't support it. So, not only that, it ruins a lot of moments where Yang could have been a good big sister to Rwby. Look at Volume 9, for example. You saw how terrible Yang was to Rwby because of Bumblebee. Bumblebee is just awful. It's just the worst ship. It ruins good moments for characters that need to have good moments, you know? And the fact that people support this ship, let alone say it's cute, or it's a good relationship, or something like that, it just actually makes me want to question why Bumblebee is even happening. To me, this ship is just a waste of time. And I have a friend and she supports Bumblebee. I have no problem with that. If she wants to support Bumblebee, that's fine. And she even defends Bumblebee sometimes. She defends Bumblebee. Again, she defends that ship. I'm not going to judge her for it, because it's her favorite ship, and I'm not going to judge her for it. But I'm literally pointing out the big, fat elephant in the room. A lot of people are doing it, so am I. I'm putting it out, so it's my turn to point something out about this ship being the worst one. people have the nerves to talk about Rose Garden being a bad ship, think again. There are people who support... Like, I'm not saying you need to hate Bumblebee. If you want to support Bumblebee, that's fine. But let me point out something else. There are people who ship Rwby with freaking Yang. Let that sink into your head a bit. Rwby and Yang being a couple makes me sick. Because these two are freaking sisters. They share the same father but different mothers. Speaking of which, there's freaking Crow and Rwby. Crow may not be biologically related to Rwby, but he's still her uncle. And there's even freaking people who ship Rwby with her own parents. And that's freaking disgusting. It's just god-awful. And finally have Rwby and her dog. Yeah, there are people who support those ships. If you want to hate any ship, hate those ships. Again, I'm not saying you need to hate Bumblebee. I'm just saying the fact that Bumblebee is the worst ship, and the fact that it ruins a lot of good potential for characters to have really good character development. Plus, may I point out, back in my why I ship Blake and San, is because, again, San actually had the nerves to actually see where Rwby was going, why she was Blake. He had the nerves to figure out why Blake was running away, why she was leaving, and plus he was staying with her for full 2 volumes, and Yang flat out hated Blake for running away. We don't see Yang or Blake having a conversation about that, or Yang being like, oh, I forgive you, or I understand. No, she just flat out freaking forgives Blake outright immediately in Volume 5, and just act like it never happened. Again, there are some really bad moments for Bumblebee, and there are some good ones, but they just don't feel like they're earned. They just feel like they're being rushed, you know? Rose Garden actually takes its time and shows the characters actually caring about each other. Rwby shows how much she cares about Oscar, and Oscar shows how much she cares about Rwby. Do we ever get that moment for freaking Bumblebee? No. They're just literally acting like they care about each other. And plus, the fact that Yang chose to defend Blake when Rwby snapped back in Volume 9 was just literally upsetting, and I kind of want to slap Yang for it. Like, literally, she chose to defend Blake, and not only that, but in Volume 9, Episode 8, Yang got frustrated at Rwby for running away, and just said she could have just talked to us. This is your own freaking sister, your own flesh and blood. And you're still not understanding what she's going through? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Yang, are you that freaking dumb? This is your own sister. There are families out there who support and check on their family members. They care about each other. And yet, freaking Yang is going against Rwby, which proves my point that Bumblebee is ruining Rwby. It's also ruining Team Rwby. And the fact that I noticed this in a video, I kind of noticed a video that literally was saying Weiss is supporting Bumblebee. She is basically supporting Yang and Blake to be a couple. And the fact that that makes me sick, I literally don't understand how, like, if they're going to be flirty, they could just go somewhere else to be flirty. You don't need to ask permission. You could just go do it if you want to. Just go off, be flirty somewhere else. Don't do it in front of other people. Which is why I like Blake and Yang being just friends. I like Blake and Yang being just friends better than supporting them as a couple. Like, literally, I just hate Bumblebee. Not only that, but again, Bumblebee ruins the majority of the freaking story. So, yeah, sorry if I also paused the second time. I was just kind of checking to see if it was paused, and yeah, I kind of stupidity. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, Bumblebee ruins Rwby on a whole new different level. And in the end, it just makes me really upset. I don't like this ship. I don't support it. And furthermore, it ruins the whole freaking show for Rwby. It ruins Blake and Yang being good characters. It ruins San for having such a good character development. And there are even other people who discuss more about the ship than I do. So I feel like if I continue to discuss about this ship, it might be like a while. And I know most people see Jean and Yang being as sisters, but to me personally, I don't see that happening. I don't see Jean and Yang being like brother and sister. Like, I understand where they're coming from, but there's no way Yang and Jean are freaking, like, related. Let alone freaking look similar. Or freaking, yeah. Plus, who else am I going to ship Yang with? I would say Morero, that one wolf Faunus, I think. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, in the end, I just don't support Bumblebee. For those who do support Bumblebee, I have nothing against it. I have no problem with it. But me personally, it just ruins Rwby a lot. And honestly, I kind of wish that it never became canon in Volume 9. If anything, I feel like Bumblebee was forced to be a thing. Like, Bumblebee was forced to be a thing. And I'm not saying you guys need to hate the ship. I'm not saying that. Again, if you want to hate a ship, hate Rwby X Yang, Rwby X Crow, Rwby X Summer, Rwby X Tai, and Rwby X Swy. Those are the ships you really need to hate. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.